Hey, and I'm Antoine Beeks. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing? Man, we kind of talked a little bit offline, man. And you know what? You didn't let me get it all the way out because it's not so bad. I just need AJ Brown to go for 40. Nothing spectacular. Nothing spectacular. Nothing out the ordinary, right? Like I just need him to go for a buck 60 and three TDs. Hey, it's gonna go crazy. But I mean, for the most part, though, right? I mean, in our standard league, right? I'm winning big time versus the number one guy. I got 90, huh? I'm 94 points, 93.9. But I still got AJ Brown in this league as well, and he has Alexander Madison, Raheem Mostert, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Hurts. He's still got four guys, but he's only got 26 points. You know what? Like, Tyreek Hill can close the gap, but I think that this game has so much importance on it and so much big time stuff going into it that it's gonna be more than Tyreek Hill. I bet their game plan is to not let Tyreek Hill get off. And I wouldn't be surprised if they executed it, start like bracketing them one over the top. You only up 30 standard or PPR? Yeah, you're cooked. They did. They did indeed. And so since you want to talk about tight ends and people going off, man, you might as well start there. Start there at the Giants. Go for it. Big day for him, finally. Said big day for him, finally. Yeah, it happens that way. It no, Uh, no. But you want to speak about bad? Let's talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. They just looked awful. I thought that Baker Mayfield was playing good football and good enough for them to win, but they've been in some low scoring matches lately and have not come out on the other side of things like I thought that they should have. This one, letting this one versus the Atlanta Falcons slip. Baker Mayfield was 27 for 42, 275 yards. Yeah. Okay. Baker Mayfield, 27 for 42, 275 yards, a TD and an interception. I mean, they didn't run the ball well. Rashid White with 13 carries for 34 yards. Mike Evans is Mike Evans, 6 for 82 in the TD. He was doing Mike Evans like thing. Chris Godwin kind of came alive, 6 for 66. But this offense, man, is just terrible. I thought that they had a lot of firepower at the beginning of the season with Baker Mayfield playing how he was, but they've dropped some games back to back weeks that just doesn't seem to be. I don't know. This AFC South is wide open, man. And just like you said, Desmond, he will have another 1,000 yard season. I believe in him, barring injury. Barring injury, Lord keep him safe. But But you said it, Desmond Ritter, 19 for 25. He was very efficient, 250 yards, 19 for 25, 250 yards. Didn't push it much, and he didn't throw any TDs. He managed the game manager. Bijan Robinson with one carry for 3 yards. I thought he was hurt today, but he was battling a sickness, it seemed like. Yeah, and that killed a lot of people today. I played Bijan Robinson in another league, and he literally put up like point 0.3 points or something like that, point 0.5. Yeah, it's rigged. It's all rigged. But Tyler Algier with 21 carries, 59 yards. He was out there looking like Najee Harris, 2.9 yards per carry. And we'll talk about Najee a little later. Drake London with catches for 59 yards. I wanted to talk about this game because we talked about the National Tight Ends Day. Kyle Pitts, 3 catches for 47 yards, no TD. Jonnu Smith, 3 catches for 27 yards. Um, I'm not sure how you feel about Kyle Pitts. I'm glad that I never drafted him, and I still feel like he's kind of stealing money from the Atlanta Falcons at this point. But the world is yours, man. I don't know. I like the analogy. I 15 to 23, too. Very efficient. Man, I I I grabbed him off waivers. I sat him on my bench, and he lit it up. I mean he had like 30 something points on my bench, and I'm just like, I did, right? What a roommate he is, right? So quick update. Jerome Ford left that game with an ankle injury. So keep an eye out on that. I started Jerome Ford over not I started Jerome Ford over Najee Harris. And then also, I told you earlier in the year that maybe they should sit Anthony Richardson and start Gardner Minshew because he gives them a better chance to win. He gave them a hell of a chance to win today. That defense has to step up, getting 39 points hung on them. Seven of which of those comes as a strip sack for TD. I get that. But 32 points hung on you on the defensive side of the ball, that's a lot of points when your offense put up 38. So I'll just leave that there. But you want to talk about a good game, but also a surprise game? How about these New England Patriots? Mac Jones lit it up for 25 for 30, 272, two touchdowns, and led the New England Patriots to a win over the Buffalo Bills that we didn't see coming. We didn't see coming. And I know we probably didn't have a lot on this New England side of the ball. I can't argue with you. I don't think that, what we've seen from the New England Patriots, them had being 1-5, them had being what they was doing, and nobody actually getting any type of work or doing any type of thing. I don't think that there was much on this side of the ball that a lot of people were even intrigued about. I think we were just all excited that they won a game. It was just a shock. But I mean, even with the 272 in the air, he spread the ball around. He hit one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 different receivers. He hit 10 different receivers. So he spread the ball around, leading it with Kendrick Bourne, 6 receptions for 63 yards and a TD. And Mike Gesicki came up with a TD pretty late in that game, but he only had 2 catches for 5 yards. But he came up with a crucial one. National Tight Ends Day, caught the T to go ahead TD, and he hit the ugly gritty. But Zeke Elliott with a TD. I mean, not much for yards or anything like that on the Patriot side of the ball. It was really spread out. A very, very much team win over the Buffalo Bills. But on the other side of the ball, Josh Allen, 27 for 41, 265, 2 TDs and an interception. Um, I think that this dude is like stuck on Stephon Diggs, and a tight end. Like, dude, he got Gabe Davis just running around out there with no like Gabe Davis caught one pass today. One. And we all know Gabe Davis is a lot better than that one pass that he caught. And I mean I'm just like, dude, is he gonna get any more, you know, any more catches? It just seems like he's throwing it. You know how Josh Allen holds on to the ball a little bit too long, and then he throws it all late to Gabe Davis. He did have 5 targets, but a lot of that was Josh Allen running around in the backfield trying to make something out of nothing. And he got to start getting the ball out of his hands quicker. He holds on to it a little bit too much for my liking. But National Tight Ends Day, Dalton Kincaid, 8 receptions, 75 yards. Stephon Diggs, 6 for 58, a touchdown. James Cook didn't run the ball very much, 13 for 56, 4.3 yards a carry, but he also caught the ball 3 times, 46 yards in the TD on the receiving side of it. Like you said, this Bills defense is trash. They're putting up points. They could be a little bit more efficient with it, especially the way that Josh Allen holds on to that ball. But I thought I lost you for a second. Hello, Lamar Jackson. Hello, Lamar Jackson. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not normal at all, for sure. He carries somebody else's team to a 1-5 team to a 2 and whatever because they're gonna beat me because of him. Yeah. Well, they man, shout out to the Baltimore Ravens, man, for finally putting it together. I hate that they put it together on me. But if you want to talk if you want to talk about somebody putting it together, let's talk about these Chicago Bears, man. Over the last three weeks, they've been putting it together, and they've come up short a couple times, but here they are this week with a 30-12 win over the Raiders. And Tyson Bagent, whatever his name is, Tyson, he says, "Look out, look out, Justin Fields, I'm coming for your job." Right? I mean, he didn't do much of anything, man. I mean, he was 21 for 29, 162 in the air, right? But he managed the game great, right? The defense played great. Deontay Foreman, 16 carries, 89 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also caught the ball 3 times for 31 yards and a TD. I mean, this dude was out there lighting it up. Not to be outdone, DJ Moore with 8 receptions for 54 yards with a QB that is just unknown to all of us, right? He spread the ball around a little bit, and he hit some guys. Mercedes Lewis with a 16-yard catch. Darnell Mooney 4 for 32. He spread it around. I think this was a balanced attack. Um, but Deontay Foreman definitely led the charge with 3 TDs. If you started him this week on the bye, knowing that he was going to get some work, or just expecting him to get some work without the other running backs in and without Justin Fields. Yeah, but some things are subject to change. Khalil Herbert's going to come back, and Roshan Johnson is going to come back, and he'll be he'll be right there. Hey, he did save some people. However, I don't think he's going to get much more love or much more run after that. But on the other side of the ball, man, whoever has Josh Jacobs, I'm sorry. He got that money and just totally disappeared. Man, he is just taking that money and just disappeared. 11 for 35. He's looking like your boy. He's looking like your boy. Who am I talking about? He's looking like Najee Harris, man. 311 for 35, 3.2 yards per carry. Man, he just stunk it up, man. And I'm just not so sure what this offense is doing. I mean, they have talent. Jacoby Myers, huh? Yeah, they don't know either. Jacoby Myers, 7 catches for 50 yards. He had 13 targets. 13. Devontae Adams, 7 for 57. He had 12 targets. Jacoby Myers was the one to come up with TD. But between Brian Hoyer and Aiden O'Connell, they stunk it up. They threw 3 picks between the two of them, 1 touchdown, and a combined total of 196 yards. It's just not looking good there. I'm a big Devontae Adams supporter, fanboy, lover, whatever you want to call him. And I think he needs to request to be traded because this is just wasting his talent. Yeah, because they thought that they had a chance to beat this Bears team, and it would have put them at 4-3. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they play they play the Lions and the Giants and then the Jets. So I thought that they believed that they had a chance, but it still don't look like they have a chance um coming up. So they're awful. Awful. Better than -2 with the Detroit Lions defense. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't think he's even that old. But shout out to the Steelers, man. I didn't start Najee. I was this close to dropping him, but I guess we'll wait to see what happens another week, right? I mean, he was pretty decent today. Put some respect on his name, right? No? Hey, hey, well, he got a touchdown. That's all I know. He probably saved some people. He probably made some people's fantasy day today because he wasn't so awful. Because he wasn't so awful. And where you drafted him, I'm sure you have. That's why he's still on my team because of where I drafted him and what we did. I didn't want to just give up on him like that. Yeah, yeah, for sure. But let's move on to the 1-6 Cardinals versus the 4-2 Seattle Seahawks. Man, I'm not impressed with these guys, man. I'm not impressed at all. I would like to see Gino go out and do more. He's just becoming like the ultimate game manager, putting the team in position to win. And I guess for them, that's their job is to win the game. But I would like to see him put up some more fantasy points, especially everybody from the Seattle Seahawks. No DK Metcalf today, which which left Tyler Lockett to be the number one target, and all eyes were on him, and they kind of tried to get him out the game. He did end up with 4 catches for 38 yards, but the real guys were Jake Bobo and Jackson Smith and Jagba. Both with 4 catches, 63 yards, and a TD for him and Smith and Jagba. And Bobo with 4 catches, 61 yards, and a TD. So they both averaged 15 yards a catch. And Gino was 18 for 24 for 219. I would like to see him get up in the 260s, just a little bit more. Probably throw another TD, run away with some stuff, especially against such a bad team like the Arizona Cardinals. This game was never in jeopardy for them, and they still just managed to not blow the lid off. Kenneth Walker, 26 carries. If you are in a PPR league, boy, did you get some points just from them 26 carries. But he also had 105 yards on the ground. He caught two passes. I mean, what a day for Kenneth Walker in PPR. I definitely have him in a PPR league, and he put up some points for me. On the flip side of the ball, there's not much to be had here. I don't know if anybody even started anybody from these teams. Kyler Murray will be back next week, though. So that will be a sight to see. I'm sure you guys will start Kyler Murray and probably Marquise Hollywood Brown as well as Michael Wilson. But um, you can't be much worse for 19 for 33 and 146 yards. He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't throw any touchdowns, but he didn't do anything really either. I mean, he was throwing 4 yards per pass, right? So yeah, he wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, the team leader receiver was Marquise Brown with 3 catches for 49 yards. There was nothing else here. Michael Wilson, 3 for 26. So nothing else really here. Hey, Jaden Reed has come up with some good catches. I mean, it's not much, like you said, not much for your studs, but he got a deflection TD. He got off a deflection. It was kind of ugly, but nonetheless, it was a TD. That game was awful overall. He did look solid, but the game was just very awful overall. And I mean, if we're talking about another game, you said you just saved the excitement. There was no excitement here. I'm not sure what the LA Chargers are doing. I mean, I don't know what the LA Chargers are doing, right? I mean, 17 for 30 for 259, one TD, two interceptions. I don't think Justin Herbert is the guy that we thought that he was, right? We thought he was in the top 15, top 10 echelon of quarterbacks. He has the arm talent. He's great. He has the talent around him. Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Gerald Everett, Joshua Palmer, and then Mike Williams before he went down. But these guys are 2-4. They don't put up a lot of points. it's every week is somebody different. I mean, Keenan Allen was just on a tear for like 2 weeks, and now he's back with 4 catches for 55 yards. I mean, that's something. But what he was doing when he was putting up, you know, 8 for 125 and a TD and stuff like that. Now it's all Josh Palmer, right? The last 2 weeks has been Josh Palmer. It's 5 for 133. And it's just like, Justin Herbert, we need you to hit some of your guys, man. I mean, we need more from Keenan Allen, man. 4 for 55. I'm just not impressed with that. Um, Austin Eckler out of the back. Austin Eckler normally out of the backfield, good for about 3 or 4 catches. One catch today for 1 yard. I mean, I don't know if he's still hurt. Oh yeah, shout out to Joel Everett, man. I mean, I shouted him out, but didn't all the way. 3 catches for 26 and a TD. I mean, but I mean, this roster is too talented for Justin Herbert to only be throwing one TD. Austin Eckler with 14 carries for 45 yards. I mean, Joshua Kelly, right? 7 for 75. It's like every time Austin Eckler comes back, this dude balls. But when he's the main guy, he is awful. He's 7 for 75 and a TD. I mean, he went off today. He went off. So, but yeah, I mean, it was 49 yards, 49 yards, yeah. But I mean, he went off though. He did it. Austin Eckler didn't do it for sure. He averaged 3.3 yards per carry, man. He was stinking it up for sure. But on the other side of the ball, here's all the excitement. Looking like old Patty Mahomes here, man. 4 TDs, 424 yards, got everybody involved. Travis Kelce with 12 receptions, 179 yards, and a TD. My God. My God. No wonder why he blew me up. Hey, whoa. I'd argue that. I'd argue that. I'm still gonna go with Gronk, but we'll argue that another time. Oh man. He got his work though. I mean, but Patrick Mahomes, besides Travis Kelce, I mean, they were locked in on Travis Kelce, but they threw a lot to everybody else. He got 10 people involved, and Marquez Valdez Scantling with 3 for 84. Rasheed Rice with 5 for 60 and a TD. Valdez Scantling with a TV. Isaiah Pacheco with 4 for 28 and a TD. He also rushed 13 times for 32 yards. 2.5. It wasn't really much there on the ground, but the Kansas City Chiefs had a lot of scoring here. If I'm you guys, I'm looking to pick Mecole Hardman on his way back. But guys, it was a lot of football played today, some good, some bad. We had some really good stuff going on. Hope you guys are tuning in to that Miami Philly game. That's what I'm going to catch. Catch you guys later. I'm Antoine Beats. Peace.